The universe might be alive. Have you ever wondered what energy actually is? We know it powers stars, fuels our bodies, and moves entire galaxies. But what if it's more than just fuel? What if energy is the foundation that allows space and time to even exist? You've probably heard that space and time are connected, that they form something called spacetime. But what's often missed is this: space only exists through time, and time only exists through space. They are not separate, they are one continuous fabric. But even that fabric needs something deeper to emerge. It needs energy. Without energy, there's no motion, no unfolding, no scale, no direction, no spacetime, no physics, no anything. And that leads to a strange but powerful realization. Space and time don't come first. Energy does. But where does energy come from? Maybe from the one thing we experience more directly than anything else: consciousness. Because as conscious beings, we don't just use energy, we shape it. We think and neurons fire. We imagine and move the world around us. A decision becomes action. A thought becomes form. It's almost as if consciousness can guide energy, and therefore guide space, time, and reality itself. But we also need energy to have consciousness. So neither comes first. They depend on each other. Like space and time, consciousness and energy may be one. So what if the origin of everything is not matter, not particles, not even space-time itself, but consciousness? Not the kind trapped in a brain, but something larger, a kind of awareness that exists before form, that flows through energy. That generates reality and then becomes part of it. What if the universe didn't just make consciousness, but consciousness is what made the universe? Now step back. Look at the universe not as a machine, but as a living process. Not a static object, but a vast, self-organizing, evolving being. Think about a tree. It grows too slowly for us to notice, but it's alive. Its roots connect, its sap flows, its structure adapts. What if the universe is like that? What if Earth is not just a rock in space, but a living body? Its rivers like blood, its forests like lungs, its molten core, maybe a kind of buried brain, and the sun, radiating light and warmth like a cosmic heart, feeding the planets that orbit it. Galaxies spiral like cells, and somewhere within it all, there's something deeper still. Something we can't see, but that shapes everything. Maybe dark energy is the DNA of it all. The invisible logic that determines how the universe grows and evolves. And yet, even with all our knowledge, something remains unexplained. We know how stars form. We know how galaxies cluster, how atoms behave, how life evolved. We can map the physics, we can trace the patterns, but we still don't know why the structure exists at all. Why the rules are so precise. Why reality unfolds with such order. Why something flows instead of nothing at all. The universe isn't random. It obeys laws. It follows patterns. It builds form. So maybe the structure itself, the very logic of the cosmos, comes from something deeper. Something that isn't just passive energy, but awareness that knows how to give shape. Because space and time aren't fundamental on their own. They emerge from energy. And energy might emerge from something even more fundamental. Maybe from consciousness. Not the kind that lives in a brain, but the kind that lives at the root of being itself. And maybe we are not separate from it. Maybe we are it, in a brief, focused form, glancing back at the whole. Because when we look closer at ourselves, we see layers beneath our identity. Cells, bacteria, molecules, organs, each one alive in its own way, each one unaware of the full being they help create. So maybe we are the same. Maybe we're the living pieces of something far greater, something we can't fully see, because we are inside it. And it's in moments like this we start to question the limits of what's possible. Like time travel. We imagine stepping into the future as if it's already out there waiting for us. But what if that future doesn't exist yet? What if we can't travel to the future because we're already there? We are always at the most forward point in time, at the edge of what exists. The present is where reality is made, and the future is just possibility. Still unformed, still becoming. You can't arrive in a moment that hasn't happened. You can't visit a place that hasn't been built. To travel to the future would be to interfere with something that never had the chance to unfold on its own. So maybe time travel to the future is impossible, not because we lack the technology, but because the destination doesn't exist yet. But there is one form of time travel that doesn't interfere. Memory. We can revisit the past without changing it. We can relive a moment in our mind and leave the timeline untouched. And sometimes we even glimpse something stranger. Déjà vu. That sudden feeling, I've been here before. As if a memory arrived early before you were supposed to live it. You don't control it. You can't predict it. But when it happens, you know. It's not the future speaking clearly, but it's a reminder that time may be woven deeper than we understand, and that what we think, feel, or sense might echo across it, even when we don't realize it. We thought we were looking at the universe from the outside, but maybe we're just its way of looking back at itself.